Ultralearning, Master Hard Skills, Outsmart the Competition, and Accelerate Your Career, by Scott H. Young is a practical, story-driven manual on how to take control of your learning, master complex skills, and reinvent yourself in a world that never stops evolving. Young, best known for completing the entire MIT computer science curriculum in 1 year without taking a single class, draws on his own ambitious learning projects and the research behind accelerated, self-directed learning. He weaves personal anecdotes with compelling case studies to teach not just the why but the how of learning efficiently and effectively outside traditional systems. At the heart of the book is the idea that the education system is not designed to serve the needs of most modern learners. Instead, we are responsible for designing our own learning experiences if we want to stay relevant, competitive, or fulfilled. Young introduces the term ultralearning to describe aggressive, self-directed, and deeply focused learning strategies that produce real, lasting skill. He argues that the ability to teach yourself anything, quickly and thoroughly, is not a luxury, it's a necessity in a rapidly changing world. Young begins with his MIT challenge, where he taught himself the content of a 4-year degree in a single year. He didn't attend classes, but instead used online materials, exams, and projects to rigorously test his knowledge. This wasn't about cutting corners, but about proving that high-quality, deep learning doesn't have to follow conventional paths. This story sets the tone for the book's central message: you are capable of far more than you think, especially when you take ownership of how you learn. From there, Young introduces readers to a wide range of ultralearners. People who have taught themselves languages, artistic skills, computer programming, and even passed the bar exam without law school. These aren't child prodigies or savants, they are people who approached learning with intensity, strategy, and persistence. Each story adds depth to the book's underlying promise: you don't need a perfect environment or endless time, just the right mindset and tactics. One of the most powerful chapters explores the value of directness in learning. Many people spend hours studying theory but never apply what they learn. Ultralearners flip that around. They prioritize doing the real thing as early as possible. Whether it's speaking a language with native speakers from day one, building a real app instead of watching tutorials, or giving a presentation instead of just reading about public speaking, ultralearners learn by doing, not by passive absorption. Young also emphasizes the importance of focused attention. In a distracted world, the ability to concentrate without interruption is a superpower. He shares methods for cultivating deep work habits, blocking out interruptions, and creating the mental space for difficult learning tasks. Ultralearning is not about multitasking or casual interest, it's about deliberate, difficult, and mentally demanding engagement. But paradoxically, it can be more enjoyable because it leads to faster and more satisfying progress. A recurring theme in the book is meta-learning, learning how to learn. Before diving into a subject, ultralearners spend time understanding the structure of the field, identifying the best resources, and designing a plan tailored to their goals. This planning phase doesn't have to be long, but it must be intentional. Young argues that most people waste time learning inefficiently because they never stop to ask what the best method for their situation actually is. The book also tackles the fear of failure. Ultralearning involves pushing through frustration, confusion, and setbacks. Unlike school environments, where failure is penalized, ultralearning embraces it as a natural part of the process. Young advises learners to expect early confusion and even embarrassment, especially when learning in public or trying something entirely new. But those who push through discomfort often see breakthroughs that more cautious learners never reach. One particularly helpful section explores memory and retention. Young shows how ultralearners use techniques like spaced repetition, retrieval practice, and memory palaces to make information stick. He demystifies how memory works and offers practical advice to help readers stop rereading passively and start testing themselves regularly. Memorization is not glamorous, but it's a key part of mastering any skill, and ultralearners make it work for them instead of against them. Another chapter focuses on feedback. Often the most painful but most powerful part of learning. While many people avoid feedback out of fear or discomfort, ultralearners actively seek it out. They want to know what they're doing wrong, and they adapt accordingly. Young shares stories of artists, entrepreneurs, and professionals who dramatically improved their performance by putting their work in front of critics, mentors, or even internet strangers. Young is also refreshingly honest about the effort required. Ultralearning isn't effortless or quick, it demands commitment and endurance. But he argues that the investment pays off many times over. Unlike passive learning or formal schooling, ultralearning builds practical skill in the shortest time possible. Whether you want to change careers, launch a new venture, or simply stretch yourself, the skills you gain are real and applicable. Toward the end of the book, Young turns his attention to learning plateaus, those frustrating periods where progress seems to stall. He explains why plateaus occur and how to move past them using techniques like interleaving, mixing skills, pushing into harder problems, and changing feedback sources. These moments are inevitable in deep learning, but they're also where long-term mastery is built. The final chapters offer tools for designing your own ultralearning project. Young doesn't just want readers to be inspired, he wants them to act. He lays out a framework for choosing a skill, defining a learning goal, gathering materials, scheduling study time, and tracking progress. This practical guidance turns theory into action, empowering readers to launch their own projects, no matter how ambitious. By the end of ultralearning, readers are left with more than just motivation, they're given a blueprint. The book is both a challenge and a reassurance. It says, learning is not the exclusive domain of schools, institutions, or childhood. It's available to anyone, at any stage of life, who is willing to take learning into their own hands, fight through discomfort, and commit to growth. More than anything, Young delivers a powerful message: your ability to learn is your most valuable asset, and you have more control over it than you realize. Whether you're stuck in a stagnant job, dreaming of mastering a new field, or just want to feel more alive intellectually, ultralearning is a call to action to reclaim your mind and never stop expanding what you can do.